Someone asked me about a week ago if I was a Ninja Turtles fan. I told them I'd seen some things from the franchise, but not really. That sparked some memories of mine. The toys I had, the TV show I used to watch, and those live-action movies from the 90s. You know what? I am a Ninja Turtles fan. I'm excited for this. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem is an origin story for the Turtles, but the origins are quick and clean. The movie spends about 20 minutes catching us up to how the gang got to this point. Then we move on, which is great because there's an awesome Ninja Turtles movie to watch. Starting off, I loved how these turtles actually behave like teenagers. Sure, the name is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but the early 2000s animation made them seem like they were in their early 20s, while the live-action films fluctuated between stoner burnout and sociopath. Not here, though. These guys are just trying to find their place in the world. They feel that way. They come off as uncomfortable. They use teenage slang. These turtles don't ever forget the Bev.
Never, never, never!
The young actors who voice the turtles absolutely crush it. I just wish they had a little bit more to work with, which I'll discuss after I'm done praising the animation and cast. Holy hell does this movie have a roster of stars. Jackie Chan, Ice Cube, Post Malone, which is always fun to see that guy pop up.
Look at me now, motherfucker.
And yes, this movie looks amazing. The animation is very akin to Spider-Verse's animation, but it has its own unique style, making the characters and the environment almost look like claymation. If Spider-Verse is a comic book come to life, Mutant Mania is your ceramics class coming to life. I feel like I've had this thought once, but I don't remember where I was when I had it. Anywho, what was I talking about earlier when I said that I wish the characters had more to do? Mutant Mania is a great world-building film that introduces a lot of characters. The creators clearly did a good job bringing these characters to life, but this is one of the few circumstances where I wish a film's runtime was a bit longer. The Turtles suffer the most from this drawback. They all clearly have their own personalities, but they come off as a bit muted compared to past iterations. Especially Mikey. I don't think that's for lack of trying, but just when I felt like I was really getting to know this version of the Turtles, I was introduced to about 10 other interesting side characters that also don't get enough screen time.
How are you coming fast?
I know the famous phrase, leave them wanting more, but I felt like I was left wanting too much by the end of this. Especially when I felt like the final throwdown with Ice Cube's character Superfly was a little anticlimactic. If you get the West Coast legend himself, you can't waste him. He has to tell these scared motherfuckers where to go. This is just a nitpick, though. Do you know what isn't a nitpick? The soundtrack. I'm not even complaining. I have more good things to say. The soundtrack, for my personal taste, is one of the best I've ever heard. I feel like any hip-hop head will feel right at home when watching.
You know what? I'm about to say it.
Say it.
This might be the best soundtrack in modern animation. I know that statement's blasphemous in many ways. It doesn't have any original songs, and there's a lot of other modern animations out there that kill it musically, including Spider-Verse, which is in the same vein to this film. I just don't care. I would watch Mutant Mania again for the soundtrack alone. Where else can I watch the Turtles beat ass to no diggity?
I like the way you work it.
It's really good, and it's got a recommendation from me, so that's all I can really say. As always, thank you for watching, and cowabunga, dudes. Fuck, that was awful.